And we are live. Hold on, I gotta do something fast. As sun rises in Hawaii. Okay. Testing. All right, now, because certain things happened. Let's get this ready. I gotta put my mic. I gotta get used to this again now. Is this the mic? Testing. That's not hot enough. It sounds crazy loud though. It's probably this. Testing. Testing. All right. It still sounds hot. And that would be this one. Wow. It still looks like it's low. Maybe I need to do that. All right, let's just do testing after. Alexa, turn on living room light.
Okay.
Alexa, dim living room light 75%. My God.
Okay.
All right, let's do this. Testing. My mixer blew. All right, now it's popping. We need to move it away. Testing. Testing 1, 2, 3. It's still coming low on here, but it's loud in my ears. Uh-oh, testing. Here we go. This is the other mixer. Uh-oh. See now, this is a problem. Because my other mixer exploded. It fried. I was like, no way. Okay, let's see. I'm going to have to take that knob off and spray it. And we can definitely bring that down. The monitor can come down. These two can come down. I ordered a new mixer though. But not a 30 channel. That was just overkill. So I ordered a 16 channel, which is good enough. Still some money to spend there. These two can come down. I ordered a new mixer though. Okay, so the audio's coming through. That's a good sign. I am sweating just sitting here. It's heating up. It is definitely heating up. All right, hold on. Let me do. I'm still checking some audio issues. As I put my old mixer board. This isn't gonna stay. Thursday, the 16 channel Mackie comes. Because this ain't staying. This is a backup. But I had to put it on because the other one blew last night. It just fried. I was like, oh shit. I'm in trouble now. Thank God I had a backup. I have two backups actually. Mixer boards. Okay, where am I? Like I said, I'm sitting here sweating. I have to put that fan up higher. If I open the door, I don't think it's that cool out already. Let's see if this is working. Yes. Let's open the door. I'm dying. I'm sweating. It's ridiculous. There's a little breeze. I should open up the back door. Alexa, shut off living room light.
Okay.
Maybe that'll help. I am sweating. See, I was telling my boss about Twitch and Kick with that. Because he's considering using it for the station. I said, I don't think you want to. There's a lot of spamming. There's a lot of... I don't think it's a good idea, but if you want to try it, let's try it. Did you change your thing? You changed it, 91. You changed your username. If that's you, it looks like it's you. If not, good morning, Gigi, and anybody else. But, so last night I'm here, and all of a sudden, I smell electrical burning. My mixer board, the lighting is bad. The sun is really bright. My mixer board fried. My beautiful, big, dirty channel, but it's been giving me problems over, it was old. And I was like, so bye-bye dirty channel, but it was too big anyway. I didn't even use all those channels. This is a 12. This is a 12 channel. This is an old one. This is what I use for when I go to events and conferences. I take this one with me, with a computer. If you remember the other day, I said, I have computer and mixer board. Well, this is the one. Right here. What's up, Alice? Yeah, rest in peace, mixer. So I ordered, because this is my backup. The main thing is this is working right now. Till I get my new one Thursday from Sweetwater. But this is old. It's a 12 channel. Right now I'm using 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 channels out of 12. But actually, I only have 2 to spare. 2. But I'm not going to use it. That's why buying a 30 channel is stupid. It's cost $1,000. For what? Eye candy takes up space. So now I'm utilizing, but the other one's going to be bigger. It's going to be out to here. It's a 16 channel. Ain't gonna go all the way to the computer, but Alexa, turn on living room light. The great thing. Oh, be quiet, Amo. Go to work. You're supposed to be. What time is it? It's 7 o'clock in the morning. What are you doing here? Go to work, Mr. Seattle. By the way, Amo, horrible what's going on in India with the flooding, and I saw the thing about a popular waterfall, and there was a surge of water, and then another one where a billboard sign fell and crushed people. I was like, what the heck is going on? And I guess it's their monsoon, let's just call it that type of season. But it was bad. Horrible. And it's a popular spot. You know something? Maybe there is a connection to that, Alice. I don't know. The main thing is it's working, but I have to test it with audio. I could do that with one of my songs. I haven't even tested it really yet. This is the first test. I need to know. I got to do a pre-record tonight. So actually, let me do that. But the good thing is, Alexa, bright living room light 25%.
Okay.
The good thing is about it, here I go messing up the camera. See, it takes up less space and I'm able to put my controllers for gaming over there. My vitamins I have to take every day. My new eyeglasses. There's stuff there now that I could use for room. This in front of me is now clear. That's great. So this is clear now in front of me. Like I have room. So it's good. So look at all those fucking wires. The good thing is I know what I'm doing, and it's easy fix as long as you buy the equipment. That's the hard part. Spending the money to buy a new piece of equipment. So I had to spend, what was it? $500 last night for a 16 channel. Oh my God. Oh, who the heck is messaging me? Leave me alone. I gotta go to the doctor in a little while. Leave me alone. The hell? Anyway, as lots of TV. What's going on now? I was right then, right? Early monsoon. See, I was right about something. Mr. Andy lost a TV and a regular, lost some editing equipment right after the storm. Holy shit. I'm glad I didn't lose anything else then. But, so I have been busy as always. You know that. So I almost, let's see if I have a picture. I sent it to somebody, I thought. Oh, yeah. Oh, God. Okay, yeah, this will work. Save image. Downloads. Oh, Lorraine. Oh, yeah. Alice. When does Canada celebrate their Independence Day? Like ours is the 4th of July. When is it for Canada? Did it happen already? Is it May Day? I'm trying to, but May Day could be Memorial Day like what we have, right? Please educate me on that. Seriously. Because I was trying to figure that out so that I can tell people in Canada, happy holiday. Don't mention the L word, Amol. Use Alice. Did you see the big meeting of the sales of the sky over Spain? No. Oh, I'm going to check that out then. First things first. Where the fuck did it go? That's impossible. What time is it? Why does it say untitled? Oh, that's weird. I took this picture from my phone. It says untitled. So I did yesterday. Took me 3.5 hours. This is an example. I did all my storm doors that I said that was last that I had to do. Well, I did them all yesterday, 4 of them. And that was not an easy task. Not easy. Because that's a lot of detail. A lot of places to paint. And there was 4 of those, including the one behind me. So that's what I was doing yesterday for freaking 4 hours. I started at 8 o'clock in the morning and I finished at 12. So it was 4 hours. Insane. But it came out nice. You could see it looks neat. Nice. See? Neat job. And I did 4 of them. And that enamel is not fun to play with, to paint, because it gets all over you. You know. Oh my, July 1st is Canada Day. Thank you. Now, what is it May Day? What is May Day in Canada? I know you have a May Day, don't you? Because Rush, Lakeside Park, speaks of it. The Rush song. But anyway, I want to see what Lorraine was talking about here. I did it again. Oh, so this was yesterday. It was blue. Holy shit. That's pretty fucking. Wow. Wow. We gotta look at this again. Wow. That's awesome. Look at the trail it leaves. What did they say this was? A meteor or a space junk? What did they say this was? So Spain and Portugal. Man, I would love to catch something like that on camera. Wow. Wow. That is so wicked looking above the clouds. Okay. We can get rid of that. Wow, look how bright. And look at it breaking up and burning up. What did they say was the cause for this? Wow. That's wicked. I'm going to have to do some research on that. Comet lights up sky? I don't know about a comet. What the fuck is that? Oh, it's another one. Oh, we got to leave this one. Wow. Yeah, they're just cutting the image. It's the same image, but people were posting it. Wow, that's pretty wicked, though. All right, let's get it over here now. Let me see. What caused meteor? Spain and Portugal. Piece of comet. That's what they're saying. It was a piece of a comet. That's what this one says. Okay, let's see. Let's pause. Okay. Oh, Jesus. Piece of comet shoots across sky. The European Space Agency that small piece of a comet was seen shooting across the sky. What comet? Oh, so they're not sure they're going to find an impact site, Alice. This one says meteor. Okay, so it is beautiful. The color, blue. But as Mark, we can look that up. me see. Blue color meteor. It's got to be composite of certain elements. It's all over on a search. It's crazy. Okay. This is not going to give me anything. Maybe this will. Okay, maybe we just do this. Magnesium. That is probably why. Right there. It was made up of magnesium mostly. The color blue. I'm just assuming and guessing. Yeah, I saw that about. Now the bishop says that's a bunch of nothing. So I don't know what's going on with that. But probably made of magnesium. That meteor. If, you know, just a guess. But that, thank you for sharing that, Alice. Because that is interesting. Let's see. We can go there too, though. So this is actually from okay, let's see. Here is the actual document. Translate. Okay, good. This is what Alice just mentioned in chat. This is what they released. The Vatican. And here's all the references. Norms for proceeding in the discernment of alleged supernatural phenomenon. And then there's a presentation. It goes through all that. Holy shit, I didn't do that. What the hell just happened? I did not do that. It's acting supernatural while I'm looking at it. Why did the page do that? That's kind of bizarre in itself. I can't move it. Let's reload it. That was weird. But over here, it says something. Let me try something here. I wonder if this is a downloadable PDH. I don't think it is. For some stupid reason, it's not showing me the whole screen. Which does not make sense. So I'm going to try to cheat. See, that's bizarre. I caught something. At the same time, in some events, alleged supernatural origin, these are serious critical issues that are detrimental to the faithful. In these situations, the utmost church, RE respond with pastoral, I guess, solicitude. That doesn't make sense. In particular, prophet, blah, blah. I don't see anything that's catching my eye. Jesus. What? To me, it's like they're trying to denounce it. Look at that. The procedures outlined in the new norms, which offer 6 possible final prudential decisions, make it possible to reach a decision a more reasonable period. Because this is translated from Italian. Helping the bishop manage a situation involving whatever to take action necessary to acquire a prayer upon mention. The possibility always remains that the Holy Father may intervene exceptionally by authorizing a procedure that includes the possibility of declaring the supernaturalness of the events. So the Pope has the final. At the same time, as stipulated in the norms, the possibility of declaring an event not supernatural, but only one when are objective signs that clearly indicate on the basis of the phenomena. For instance, having led, or when evidence shows that the blood on the crucifix belongs all to the visionary. This is a bunch of It's interesting though, because it says here, the conclusions, the discernment of alleged supernatural phenomena may reach that conclusions are usually expressed in one of the terms below. And there are here 6 of them. It looks like 7. Yeah, so this is a lot to read and go into. It's a lot of references, but I don't make much of that. It does have guidelines, but maybe it's just showing a more open-mindedness to it. Because this is from Vatican News. That's where I got the odd thing. A new document from the Dicastery for the Doctrine of the Faith, published on Friday, May 17, has updated the norms for discerning alleged supernatural phenomenon. The norms comes into force on May 19th. Blah, blah, blah. The document is preceded by a detailed presentation by Cardinal Victor Manuel Fernandez, prefect of the Dicastery, followed by an introduction of 6 possible conclusions. That's what we were just talking about. As a rule, the Church's authority will no longer be engaged to officially define the supernatural nature of a phenomenon, a process that can require large amounts of time to thoroughly study an event. They have to they gotta get approval from the local bishop, who has the authority to intervene at any time. And now they're saying that whatever they conclude could have consequences everywhere, blah, blah, blah. Oh boy, this is an interesting little line. However, there is also the possibility that in some events of alleged supernatural origin, serious issues that harm the faithful may arise. These include cases where, from the alleged phenomenon, profit, power, fame, social recognition, and other personal interests are derived, even to the point of exerting control over people or carrying out abuses. See, that is trying to denounce, like, people that do paranormal investigations, because they're doing it for personal interest, like to make money, social media, TV shows, podcasts. That's very broad. To profit, power, fame, social recognition, or other personal interest. So there may be doctrinal associated with the gospel message. Okay. There is the possibility of believers being misled by an event that is attributed to divine initiative, but is merely the product of someone's imagination, desire for novelty, tendency to fabricate falsehoods, or inclination toward lying. See where this is going? See where this is going? And according to the new forms, the church will exercise her duties of discernment based on the following. Okay. Okay, possible conclusions. Those are the ones that we just looked at. The bishop is encouraged to appreciate the pastoral value and promote the dissemination of the phenomenon, including pilgrimages. So they're just trying to draw people to the faith based on the. That's what this is. This is. I'm getting that vibe that they want people to turn to the church, to their faith, when something is deemed supernatural. The local bishop is not encouraged to encourage the phenomenon. Here it is. The critical issues are not connected to the phenomenon itself, but to its improper use by people or groups, such as undue financial gain or immoral acts. The Holy See entrusts the pastoral leadership of the specific place from a bishop or the delegate. Okay. Authorizes the local bishop to declare that the phenomenon is found to not be supernatural based on concrete facts and evidence, such as the confession of an alleged visionary or credible testimonies of fabrication of the phenomenon. I mean, that's what it looks like. They're just trying to denounce anything that's out there when people are involved in the paranormal. That only the church can determine if something is supernatural or not. Holy shit. Finally, all right, the negativity. The possible of a manifest error about the event, potential doctrinal errors, a sectarian spirit that breeds division in the church, an over pursuit of profit, power, fame, social recognition, or other personal interests closely linked to the event, gravely immoral actions, psychological alterations of psychopathic tendencies in the person that may have exerted an influence on the alleged supernatural event, and any psychosis, collective hysteria, and other elements traceable to a pathological context. Finally, the use of purported supernatural experiences or recognized mystical elements, such as a means of or a pretext for exerting control over people or carry out abuses, is considered of particular moral gravity. Regardless of the final approved determination, the bishop must continue to watch over the phenomenon and the people involved exercising his ordinary power. I mean, what the hell is that? Oh, so now we're going to be overruled by a bishop telling us about their expertise in the paranormal. Yeah. Exactly, Alice, exactly. This is the church laying down their guidelines, their rules on the approach to the supernatural. And it's like, I guess the local bishop, they're the ones that determine it. I mean, are they going to send out investigation teams? on all these cases. Can you imagine? I don't know. That is, to me, that's not an acknowledgement of the paranormal. That's a denouncement of the paranormal. That's what that sounds like to me. That's just me, though. Sounds like they're denouncing people, groups that do the stuff out there. They just want attention. They just want fame. They just want social media attention. They want to profit from it. Don't listen to them. Drive yourself to your faith. Come to us on this. If you know of a case, we'll investigate it ourselves. That's what it sounds like. They're trying to take control over the whole narrative of the paranormal. That, to me, that's what that was my feeling. Thoughts on that. It's like, really? Most of it wasn't even an acknowledgement of the supernatural. It was a denouncement of it. It can morally corrupt you, your faith. It is dangerous. That's the messaging that's the vibe I got. Now that I turned the camera, can I open this door for air? It's still bright. I can still smell that paint on those doors. Is the breeze. So, yesterday I went to my physician. I got a cardiologist appointment at 2. And he was in shock. So was the person that weighed me on the scale. She goes, this was her reaction. Perhaps they feel they are no longer consulted given the number of investigators on YouTube. There's so much out there, even on TV. It's everywhere. And they might be thinking that all of this is a bad influence on faith. Or, like it's like some type of a faith threat to the church. Don't believe what you see or hear or nothing. We have not investigated. It is not supernatural until we look into it and we determine if it is. That's what it sounds like to me. Like they're trying to put their foot down and control the narrative. That's what it sounds like. So when I stepped on the scale, the nurse goes, "Oh my God." I said, "What's wrong?" "You lost 8 pounds since you were here a month ago." I said, "That's great." That's what she said. "Wow, you lost 8 pounds." So then when I seen the doctor, he goes, "Okay, you're 195 now." And that was with clothing. "What are you doing? How are you doing this?" And then I explained to him all the activity, the exercise, the dieting. And he's giving me that Mounjaro. So he tried to take credit. Maybe it's the Mounjaro. How many doses have you done? 5 weeks worth? No, it's not that. It's me busting my ass and doing exercise and dieting. That's what it is. I give no credit to the needle. None. It's too soon. It takes time for that to become effective. No. So then I had to break down what I'm doing, my diet. He was like, "You are doing phenomenal." So that was good. 195 with no shoes, no hat, no wallet, no keys. But still, I didn't take my shirt off or my shorts or my socks. So you're 195 with clothing. So I told him, I asked him, "What's my weight, normal weight for my height?" He said, "It's a needle, Amol." He said, "You're supposed to be 160. I said, "There's no way I'm going to look like a skinny person." "How's 170? He goes, "You'll look great at 170. So you got 25 pounds. So the bet between us, a private bet, And yeah, it's like a lunch. I'm challenging him, challenging myself. By the first day of fall, September 21st, I will be 170. Now that's a bold statement. 25 pounds by September. I've lost 40. 25 pounds by September. So I really, really got to be disciplined. No, I can't stop the needle. I can't. That's doctor thing. I can't. You can't just stop it and then start it. Can't do that. That's a no-no. But this is it. Oh. This is the needle. It's called Mounjaro. Oh shit, my camera just fell. Oh. I took the first, he put me up for a new script for these because it's only 2.5. If my blood work comes out good next month, a couple of weeks from now, then he'll push me up to 5. But this is the needle. This is Mounjaro. Mounjaro. I'll make the camera bigger. It's really easy to use. I would not recommend Ozempic. Would not. This is Mounjaro. It's so easy to use. Obviously, you take an alcohol swab pad, either side. What they tell me is do this side 1 week, this side the next week. Yes, I'm old, the gut. What's left of it. And you take this bottom piece out, it pulls off. That's where the needle is. You unlock it. You just twist it and unlock it. Then the button comes up. You put it against your skin, press, done in 5 seconds. You don't feel it. That's it. It's so simple. When I was doing Ozempic, it was more complicated. And the Ozempic was affecting my pancreas, so they stopped it. So now I'm on this. Freaking lights are flashing. I don't know, there's some weird shit going on. Damn, I don't know where my phone is. So far, so good. Now I'm going to see what my cardiologist says. Because my cardiologist says, don't listen to your physician. Keep losing the weight. Because the physician's telling me if I lose weight too much weight too fast, I'll get very ill. My cardiologist said, he told you what? He told you that? Keep losing the weight. That's what my cardiologist said the last time. So it's like conflicting each other. But I'm going to do it. I'm going to keep losing it. And there's something else I want to show everybody, which is incredible. So I've had solar panel power for the last 3 weeks now. 3 weeks. And that's why it's funny, because a lot of my people, there's a lot of them, a lot of friends that I know that talk negative about solar energy, solar power. And you know what? They have panels on their house. I'm saying, how could you say this and agree to all that bullshit narrative, yet you have them in your house? That doesn't make sense to me. That's hypocrisy. You say you're not for this or for that or for this, but meanwhile, you got fucking panels on your house. What's up with that? Fatty liver disease, not losing weight too. Oh, I'm old. I'm not taking off my shirt. I never do unless I'm in the pool. You know that. That's the only time you'll ever see that, is if I'm in the pool. And even then, it's cut. Well, not really. I'm in the water. So, I'm going to show you something. If I can figure it out again. Oh my God. Okay, here. Let's see. We need the calendar. Yeah, let's do this. Let's do for the month of May. It's for the month of May. I started May 1st. May 1st. Today's what? What's today's date? I'm so lost. 21st? Now, I consume anywhere from 15 to 20 kilowatts per day because I can monitor it with this app. So far, my panels have produced 624 kilowatts. That's crazy. So I'm getting credits now from the electric company. They're taking my power. So they're going to have to pay me for the power that they're taking from me because I have 26 panels or 25. It's just mom and I. We don't use, it's not like there's so many things on. Yeah, the computer's always on, maybe a couple of lights, fridges, that kind of stuff, the normal stuff. But it's not a lot of power consumption. So it's unbelievable. Like, let's see yesterday, for an example. I produced, yesterday was a little cloudy. I produced 27.63 kilowatts. Today, it's early, I've produced 7.5. So I'm gonna look at the 21st if it's possible. This is live. Latest power, peak power, so that's the panels right now. I'm trying to get the day. Hold on. Day. Okay, let's do May 20th. And it wasn't even that nice out yesterday. It was mixed clouds. I don't like the way it's showing that chart. May 21st, live updates. I'm connected directly to Wi-Fi to the panel board. So right now, I'm producing, because the sun is still low. Right now I'm producing 2.6 kilowatts. I'm only using 0.8. I am exporting to them 2.2 right now. That's crazy. You can't see it, but you might be able to. So already, and it's early, I'm giving them power. I wish I knew how to do this, but I don't understand why I can't figure this out right now. May 23rd. Oh, that's how you do it. That's how you do it. Okay, so let me read the numbers first before I show you. Yesterday, this is, yeah, May 20th. I took from the utility company 16.3. I produced 27. I exported, the net export was 2.2, so I broke slightly above the production I did and what I'm taking from them. So yesterday I was 2.2 net. I consumed a total of actually 29. That's a lot. So I actually took from them yesterday 2.2. Let's try. Oh, that's May 15th. That's why it was raining that day. What a dumbass. That's why. Okay, here's yesterday. No, that is yesterday. Let's go to the 19th. Okay, yeah, here's Sunday. I imported 9. This is weird to the way the math breaks up. I imported 9.4 kilowatts. I produced 25. I consumed 18. But I exported 16. So my net exported total, with taking away, subtracting what I took, what I gave, what I used. Sunday, I was 7.2 net export. You could see the graph. The blue is the house, the panels. You got to break the numbers down. See that? So the panels are producing a lot more than I'm getting from the utility company. And I'm breaking way above. So, it's actually amazing. And then you'll see the rainy days on the. You'll see the rainy. So this is the overall so far. I imported to this day, when the panels went on May 1st, I imported 227 kilowatts. I produced 624. So I consumed 418. But I exported 383. So I'm in the black, not in the red. So I am a plus 155.8 kilowatts so far. I'm in the plus. Right there. And this is a lifetime monitor app. Look at that. That's how great the panels are working. And we could even see the live. The darker the blue, the better the power I'm getting right now from the panels. Though that's a live observation of the panels. They're all getting power, but see how the ones on the one side of the garage, the darker blue, and the one in the front, which is kind of odd that one's getting it because the way the sun is positioned, I'm getting that production right now. That's a live thing. And because I'm connected Wi-Fi, this is right now. This is right now. I'm producing, and it's early, 2.9. I'm importing 2.3. So I'm actually in the plus slightly right now, 0.4, whatever it says, 8. So I'm still in the plus even right now. What I'm taking, what I'm giving. So what I'm giving is more than what I'm taking. Because it works together as a cycle on the meter. So far, the solar power is working phenomenal. Check the what? UV index? You could do that, but it's going to be beautiful today. It's going to be sunny. Those panels are in direct sunlight. They're going to get it. Even when it rains, you're still getting the filtered UV, and I'm still getting power. I do like 60%, 50 to 60% on a rainy day production. That's when I break even. That's okay, I'm breaking even. Now, here's the catch. This is the catch. When I start running my pool pump, when I start running my AC, and I'm drawing that power, that's when I need to monitor that. That's going to be, then we're going to see. Because now I'm not going to be exporting as much. Post is owned by Rupert Murdoch, who is a conservative. You know, when people get their news, like I just got somebody showing me the image of the New York Post, and it has, and I'm just being honest. This is when they send me this stuff, it just drives me nuts. It has a picture of Michael Cohen, liar, con artist, thief, on the front page. See it? And I just told him, I've heard the same description about Donald Trump, a liar, con artist, and thief. Just ask the people from Trump University or some of the other things he's done. Like when building his casinos in Atlantic City and ripping off all those small business owners and not paying them the bill and say, sue me. And they didn't have that kind of money to get lawyers like that, and they would not even try because they never got paid for the work they did. So when somebody sends me that, you have to be objective and even. He's not going to answer me now because you have to just look at things across the board in an objective way. You could say that about this guy, and he is. He is. Cohen is a freaking liar, a cheat, and all that. But the same can be said and has been said about Donald Trump. So it's crazy. You got to see the messages I get from him. This is my mother's friend. You got to see the messages I get from him. It's so MAGA. It's so MAGA driven, point driven. It's like, oh my God. And I told him, I stay objective. You know that. I'm an independent. I don't look at it like that. I look at both sides. You got to see the rants he writes me. It's like something's wrong. It's like so out of proportionally crazy. It's like there's so much energy and passion driven behind it. It's like an obsession. It's like, is this a mental issue? Seriously. And I'm like, oh my God. And like I said, I could show you the texts, but you will see what I say, because I try to keep it, like I said, middle. And I told him I'm a moderate. I'm in the middle, but I'm not. It's craziness. Like, and this is my mother's friend that's planning to move here in a few years. Like his one he just wrote. President Trump is holding a rally in the South Bronx. He said, tell my mother. Afterwards, he's going to City Island to celebrate because that's where we're from. South Bronx, what a racist. Now, see, that's a stupid comment. It's because the South Bronx is known for blacks and Hispanics. So Trump must not be a racist if he's going there. No, he's going there because he always looks out for his own self-interest and needs. He's a narcissist. He's an egomaniac. He's a control freak. And he's going there because he sees the polls. He sees that the Hispanics and the African Americans are moving away from Biden and toward him. So he's going there to use that. That's why he's doing it. It's politics. And he's trying to make it into something else. Do you see what I'm saying? This is the narrative. So then the other day I wrote, he sent me some crazy MAGA shit. Like all the stuff that you hear them talk about. And I'm going to read this to you. Look how this is the way MAGA people think. Some of them. I don't know how many, but this is the kind of shit you would hear from a MAGA person because he's MAGA. I'm going to read you the conversation from, and it's long because he just kept going. So he showed that picture to me, and it looks like he deleted it, that shows Biden with Senator Byrd, and this was out 4 years ago. This is not new, but they're still using it in the circles, that he was with a Ku Klux leader. But if you look and you do the research, when that photo was taken, and also the person Byrd before and after, because he became involved with the civil rights movement after, and he denounced the KKK. So people only take it in out of context for what they see, but they don't know the history. They don't take the time to do the research. They just see and feed and love it what they see. But that's you have to do the research. So I said to him, LOL, that circulated 4 years ago. And then I sent him an article showing him exactly the facts behind it, which they don't like. It's a fact check. And this is what I wrote. Byrd was a senator for decades, did lead a KKK chapter, but then denounced it, voted for civil rights, and became an activist. Just like Trump was a Democrat at one time and partied with Epstein. Doesn't make them associated with the personal behaviors, LOL. It's just politics as usual. Why I choose to be a moderate independent now, LOL. Okay? Which is not easy to say the least, because you're going to be attacked by both sides. I said, I'm watching for 2028, LOL. Newsom against DeSantis. This is just an envisionment. It depends who wins this year. If Trump wins and is successful, then the MAGA movement gains momentum in the future. If he fails, it could get crazy in the Republican Party with the rise of a Liz Cheney or Nikki Haley. That's when things will get very interesting. Post-Biden Trump, who knows? Even Michelle Obama could run. Can you imagine? LOL. That's what I wrote. I'm being objective, thinking about the possibilities. Nothing else. I'm not talking trash about Trump. I'm not talking trash about Biden. Then he wrote this. Listen to this. This is a heavy MAGA person, a Puerto Rican. But it's not Trump who makes the racist comments like, if you don't vote for me, then you ain't black, as if black people are not able or supposed to think for themselves. And the fact that his DEI hired VP called him out on the racial busing and racial jungle policy when he was senator, and I don't know what he wrote there. I don't know what that means. Huss, Indian, he must have typoed. And Dunkin' Donut bigoted statements. If the Democrat, this is a very big talking point on the Republican Party. If the Democrat deep state and mainstream media had all the truth on Trump, could you imagine the nonstop outrage? But they don't, and that's why they have to vent and fabricate. Or what if Hunter was Trump's son? Wow, holy shit. Now, right there, that is so ridiculous because people don't realize how special treatment Trump is getting in court right now. People, if it was any of us, we'd be in fucking jail for the amounts of things he's done. And speaking out against witnesses, or any of us would be in jail. We'd be held in contempt. Definitely. It's incredible. And he talks that way, but at the same time, Ivanka Trump had ties to China with her businesses, even one of her businesses being involved in some shady slave wages for the people that were working, making her products. They're all involved in some shit, all of them. But it's funny how they pick on the one thing, but they don't pick on their own. I hate that. I like to be objective. Then he goes on, now that's LOL. Yeah, pictures don't necessarily mean as much as actual conduct, comments, policy, and that is the very reason Biden has lost support amongst blacks and Hispanics, because they have woken up and realized all the Democrat projection and hypocrisy of accusing others. That is not why blacks and Hispanics have become disenfranchised. And I'll tell you, there's a few reasons with the students because of what's going on in Israel. The Hispanics are like, why you, and the blacks too, why are you taking care of all these illegal immigrants? Because they're the minority in this country. Why aren't you taking care of us? But you're taking care of them. That's why. Has nothing to do with the bullshit he's saying. It's about policy and what. That's why. The rest is just rhetoric stupidity. It's not even. I don't know. It's like in some weird warped reality kind of an angle. And then he writes, if accusing us of the very thing that they are doing, starting with bleach bit, phones, mass. I don't know where he's getting this. Russia hoax, paying Hillary Clinton, who had a lot more faces to say with her red-dressed husband, which is why she made Epstein go away. Yeah, Nancy Pelosi is racially rich, too, when she says who's going to pick our crops and cut our grass if we don't have open borders. That is the most disgusting thing I've heard. That's not what that means. Who do you think legally working visas and who do you think hires a lot of even these illegals to do their fucking dirty work? In construction, on the fields, picking vegetables, fruits. You think it's American citizens that are doing that? Really? He's wrong. And that sounds racist from just reading that. And then he writes, now Mayor Adams says that all illegal aliens should be lifeguards because they are good swimmers. Listen to this stuff. Democrat arrogant, out of touch hypocrisy. Talk about hypocrisy. That knows no bounds and has zero self-awareness. Zero self-awareness. You should be looking at yourself and looking at the person that you're fucking going for. As for Barack, secret weapon, Michelle, listen to what he wrote. His wife, I thought she'd be running by now. I told you that last year. Actually, I told him. Maybe Barack could run against Michelle as a transgender woman. That's the kind of fucking things you get from them. And they think it's funny. They don't even think about the disrespect or the hate that's even written in that itself by expressing that. This is where we're at. And this is what I wrote next. This is what I wrote. LOL. I refrain from being opinionated with MAGA talking points or Biden leftist attacks on the right. I try to stay objective without getting into the vitriol, LOL. All I know is I pray for the future of the country regardless, and that the dangerous rhetoric doesn't get people killed. Because violence against other citizens because of party lines and the real possibility of civil unrest due to all the slinging of venomous attacks by each side, who refuse to listen or work with each other since they believe the other is evil and weaponizing religion. Whomever wins, I just hope the country can move forward. Now that's true. That's the way I feel. And it's diplomatic in its nature, responding to what he just said. And then he says, united we stand, divided we fall, and right now we are on free fall, brother, and worse than ever in history. No, we're not. We're not worse than ever in history. No, that's false. It's false. I hope and pray God helps us all too, and he's the only one who can. And that was it. So that's the kind of shit that is out there and we're dealing with. It's crazy. I mean, this is what we're dealing with. And, you know, I swear to you, I spoke with somebody from the UK and another one from Australia. They almost said the same thing. The question was actually somebody that was on the call. It wasn't me. Asked the person, so how are the politics in the UK? And he said, oh, it's okay here. Yeah, we've got our issues, but not like you people over there. And he just started cracking up. That's what they think about us. They think we're a fucking joke. I'd be interested to see honest opinions of people, honest opinions of what people think about the insanity and the nonsense in our political state right now. It's like fucking reading Mad Magazine or watching a comedy on TV, but it's serious. It's just so out there. You couldn't write scripts like this. How crazy it is. So, yeah, and I just pray for the future of the country. That's it. I just hope we can move on, no matter what happens. No matter what. But I'll tell you one thing, and I'll probably be dead. The big change in this country will be around 2034 to 2044. It'll start probably 28, 32, 36. From 36 to 40, 36 to say 48. That's when shit's really going to get interesting, if we make it that far. Because that's when everything's going to flip. Majority becomes minority, minority becomes majority. What happens then? And do you think the majority right now is going to relinquish their power? Why do you think all this is happening? Because they see the writing. They know. They know it's coming. This is all to set this up. They don't want to give up that power. Can you imagine if the minority becomes the majority and the majority becomes the minority? Do you realize that's not acceptable? The European colonization of the United States cannot be reversed by other people, by other nationalities. No, this is ours. That's what's coming. I'm serious. It's scary. All politics are corrupt, Andy. But right now, it's about those in power trying to stay in power and not relinquishing that control, because they can see down the line in a decade or two that they will. They will. They know it. And they're trying to slow it down and do everything they can to throw a wrench into it to slow it down. Creating conspiracies, deep state, this, that, all this narrative is a build foundation to what is coming. I've been saying this for freaking years, but nobody listens. It's so obvious what's going on right now. It's all a build-up to when the shit really hits the fan. Because they're not going to accept it. You think when they say the election is fake and all this, this is setting a precedent moving forward. It's setting the stage. All these little components and pieces is setting the stage to when it really hits the fan. And that's scary. And I don't think I'll be alive when we don't know what's going to happen tomorrow. But when I really think it's going to happen is in the 30s and 40s. The years, 30s and 40s. When it's really going to get scary here in this country. I'm telling you. Don't think about it so much now. Do the research. I'm not going to go over it now. There's a lot of research that can be done to show you how majority becomes minority and minority becomes majority. Birth rates. Yes, legal, not all illegal, because that's a big part of that illegal immigration too, because they know if they were to make DACA people citizens, the most of them are Democrats. It would work against them. So that illegal immigration is not just about the security of the United States, terrorists coming in. No, it's because they don't want those people to become citizens through asylum, because they're going to be most likely Democrats, and it's going to be a game changer. There's more to that story than just that. But there is also a big influx of Asians, all types of nationalities coming into this country. And It also has to do with politics itself. Who do you think hold the most numbers of Republicans over 50? There's so many different numbers you can look at. The older will die off. Who replaces the older? It is scary when you look at all the information to put all these data points together. And they do it. They get paid fucking millions of dollars to brainstorm this stuff. Sitting in a room and figuring out the future. Projections. They do this. They know it. This is not news. Exactly. But immigration has always been an issue in this country for decades. It's not something new. It has not. So that's a talking point for the red. And right now, if they really wanted to do something, because it was Republican supported in the Senate, and they were going to pass an actually decent border bill, but Trump says don't do it because he wants to use it as a political talking point for the rest of this election season. There were senators, there were Republicans that helped put this together, and they said this would have helped. One guy said, I'm done. But no, it's politics. It's the game of politics. And it's incredible how people that are intelligent that I know can be so naive in what's going on. I mean, in what universe, in what alternative reality does somebody believe they're going to be elected president on January 6th? In what universe? If Pence does the right thing. In what reality does he become president on January 6th? That's the bottom line to me. That shit don't make no sense. And then the dual slates of delegates sent in, the whole thing behind that. Mark, we can disagree on the actual wording of the bill by hiring more Border Patrol and all the different semantics involved in the bill. And I know you're a conservative, and I'm a moderate independent, and I respect your opinion. But again, doing something is better than doing nothing. Bottom line, anything could help at this point. So again, to me, it's a bunch of hypocrisy. It's politics. It is what it is. But like I said, in what universe, just think about that though. Just think that to yourself. In what universe does this man become president on January 6th? How? Tell me that answer. If you tell me that answer, then I'm all with it. Tell me how he becomes president on January 6th. I want to hear that answer. How does he, and I have the evidence, I put a video together, I have him saying it that day of the rally. He's convinced, if Mike Pence does the right thing, I'll be your president again. How? How? Tell me how. Because the election was rigged? That was all done in court. It was passed. Everything went through. The electoral count was certified. Everything was done. On January 6th, you can't do shit. That's just the certification process. But they came up with a plan to maybe hijack it and overturn it. So how does he, you could hear it out of his own mouth at the rally. I become your president again. If Mike Pence does the right thing, I will be your president again. Or we will be president again. How? How? So it's crazy. And you could say that because you're one that doesn't believe the election was legit, Marco. That's okay. That's your opinion. The same could be said, how did Trump get his 80 million or whatever it was? 70 something million. It could go both ways. But bottom line is, that's the one thing that bothers me, is the whole January 6th thing. All that, there was never evidence produced. And they investigated, they went to court. No evidence was ever put that it was rigged. Never. To this day, there's no evidence. But yet people ran with it. Show me the evidence. Just like UFOs or anything else. People say that all the time. Well, I haven't seen no evidence. Show me the evidence. It's that simple. Show me the evidence. And then I'll be convinced. No, but the deep state squashed all that. They covered it up. That's probably one of the things. Oh yeah, there was rampant cheating. Do you know they investigated that? And there was not rampant cheating on dead people. It was investigated. Mark, I'm surprised you even said that. To be honest, I'm surprised that you're going with that one, because that was debunked. And yes, there's always is. You got to remember, was it to the level where it would have changed the outcome of the election? I mean, that goes a long way. Yeah, it's so bright. No, let me reverse that. Where are you hearing this? Where do you hear this from? Don't ask me where I hear this. Where do you hear this? From mainstream media? Like, where do you hear this? Oh, you have an insider that's telling you? Tell me where you're hearing this. I mean, it's so funny how deflection, trying to flip the narrative, you know what I mean? It's like, it's surprising. But this is what politics does to people today. It divides. And it causes that hyperness and then vitriol and the horrible rhetoric, and it just gets uglier and uglier and uglier. And it's just not healthy. We can definitely all have our difference of opinion, all that. That's all good. And like I said, there are a lot of people that are intelligent that I know, and I shake my head. I shake my head. That's all I can do. Well, I mean, let's just go to this quick, because this says it. I'm not going to show the whole video. And this is old. This is when I was digging. Where'd it go? Okay. And on this one, there's a lot even in this video that I made to show comparisons. As an example, like, where do I get this from? This was an example on how the certification process starts. And there are many examples on this, on what they usually would say on the opening statement by the vice president, who is the president of the Senate, assigned automatically, unless he accuses himself. Then the majority leader can do it or pick somebody at the time in the Senate. So this shows when Boehner was sitting in the chair and Biden was saying his words. But then you see what Pence says. The first time in history, all that added language was put in there because of the dual sets of that's a freaking certification. So even to the last day, they were trying to pass this to Pence. And there's actually evidence of that, because he admitted it, that somebody tried to give it to his aide, but he didn't take it. I don't know if it was Johnson. I can't remember exactly who it was, but they even tried to pass him this at the last second. But that's just part of it. And then you get into and this is from FOIA, from the National Archives. I'm not going to play this because it goes on and on. But I showed the two videos in comparison. And then I showed all the fake elector certificates coming in from each state. And they all look the same. like if they were printed and handed out to all these different states, and these people actually signed it. This is a FOIA from the National Archives. This is the actual shit that they sent in stupidly to the National Archives to try to make this as being authentic. They signed it. They sent it. And it looks the same, and I'm going over it in this video. Look, it looks the same, just change the state name. They all look the same. Somebody handed these out for them to sign. And look, Arizona, they changed it's the same looking document, but they changed the state name. Is that a coincidence that they all look alike from 7 states? That they just happen to make it look identical with each other? Or is there some pattern here? From a deduction. Look, they're all the same. They're all the same, and they signed off on it. So somebody was behind this, to create this, to set it up for January 6th, where Pence would have to say, well, now I see 2 slates, I don't know which one is real, and we have to throw these out. Because that, and I go into it with the documents on how that would have changed everything, because then Trump would have had more electoral votes than Biden. But then the Democrats could have fought back and said, well, no, that's not the way it works. Okay, so now we're going to take it to each state legislator. That's why Trump says it. We'll take it back to the states and let them decide. At that time, the Republicans had the majority, 26-24. Guess who becomes president? Trump. That's why he was convinced that he could still be a president on January 6th if they would have went through all the steps. But Pence didn't do it. So, again, it shows all the different phony slate certificates that went in. But here's the key. And this is the plan. This is the memo from Eastman. There were 2 of them. They had it all planned out, how they were going to do this and what Pence needed to do. This is all planned out. Again, this is FOIA. This is the Eastman memo, 1 of 2, right there. But if you listen, and remember John Eastman, Mr. Constitutional Lawyer, and it's all in there. Well thought out plan. And this didn't start in January. This started in December. This started even in November. Because there was a lot of court cases being brought, which all of them got dismissed, 60 of them. Because there was no evidence. Don't you dare bring me, don't come up with, you know you just can't do that. You can't make a court case and have nothing to back it up with. So now, here it goes. Let's play this, because this is so key. This needs audio. I gotta go to the cardiologist in a minute. Soon. This is key. From his own mouth. You can't deny it if it's coming from his own mouth. If Pence does the right thing, we win. We win. What? What? What are you talking about?
All he has to do.
Look at
Total
this
fake
shit.
documents were sent in because this was all part of the plan. But President Trump said the day of January 6th.
Mike is going to do the right thing. I hope so. I hope so. Because if Mike Pence does the right thing, we win the election. All he has to do. This is from the #1, or certainly one of the top constitutional lawyers in our.
One of the top constitutional lawyers in our country. This is from, it's from that memo that Eastman created. So Trump was in on it because he's referring to it right there in the speech. And Mike Pence knew about it because he was in on it, but he didn't do it. But that's why he said he hopes he does the right thing. because they're all going based on this memo. Now listen to what Trump says.
Our country. He has the absolute right to do it. We're supposed to protect our country, support our Constitution, and protect our Constitution. States want to revote.
States want to revote. So that's that little thing that they put in there, that it would be returned to each representative of each state with the one vote, which he knew that the Republicans had the majority and he would be reelected.
The legislator.
States got defrauded. They were given false information. They voted on it. Now they want to recertify. They want it back. All
They want to
Vice
recertify.
President Pence has to do is send it back to the states to recertify. And we become president, and you are the happiest people.
And there it is, out of his own mouth. He knew exactly what the plan was.
So how do you explain for that? How do you explain for that? Do you know that recertified process is exactly what I said? We'll hand it back to the state legislators. Plan one was to say that there were dual sets of electors. We have to disregard them. We can't use them. We don't know which one is the real one. Pence could have done that. The next step is they expected the Democrats to go nuts on that. And then they said, well, then in that case, and they brought up an amendment, it goes back to the states, to the legislator, and they get to determine a vote on who they want. It's almost like a recertification because it's going back to the state, but it's the state legislator who's the head of it, and it was Republican led. That was their other chance to get him, and he says it, and we win, we get reelected. So take that for what it's worth. To me, that's heavy. That he actually thought on January 6th that he was going to be reelected and gavelled in as president again. He really thought it was possible if Pence does the right thing. Now, Pence is the key. He holds the key to everything, but he's not going to talk. He's worried, like a lot of people, about his life, his family, maybe even his own reputation. Who knows? He is the key. He knows. If anybody knows, it's Pence. He knows what went down, but he's not talking. So yeah, it's crazy. Yeah, it's crazy. Both sides. That's why I'm an independent now, and a moderate independent, because I can't do it. I can't be on one party, not be objective and be dug in, because it's horrific from both sides. You know that I can't remember her name. I don't even know if I want to remember her name. The African American woman, Maxie Waters. Look at the things that comes out of her mouth. It's insane. Some of the things she says. And people, I mean, you're riling up. The words that have come out from her mouth definitely can be construed to do violent behavior and acts. Some of the things that, I mean, and I don't follow it like, but I remember that wasn't too long ago. She said something. I was like, holy shit, she's inciting. She's inciting. It's the rhetoric. It's just really bad for the country. Both sides. Both sides. And I don't understand it. Because people feed into it. They go along with it. They think it's funny. They think it's entertaining. They think it's humorous. Yeah, it's serious too. But a lot of them, like this text that I read from my mother's friend, it's scary. And I think Trump did a lot of great things for the country. I supported him in a lot of things. But that January 6th thing bothers me to the core of my fucking bone. It bothers me. It really does. Because you went through all the legal processes. There is no illegal process here. January 6th is a ceremonial time in our country where democracy shows itself, the exchange of power from one president to the other, or if that president stays in power for a second term. That is the way it works. This is the first time ever somebody says on that day that they can still win and be elected. That's never happened. Ever. Except for Trump. And how? And I'm surprised nobody has asked Mike Pence this simple question. Trump made the statement that if you did the right thing, that he would win and we would be elected. And he said, if you did the right thing, what exactly did that mean for you to do? Just answer the question. Answer that simple question. He can't, because it'll open up Pandora's box. It's over. That's the question we need to be asked of anyone right now. Answer that question, Mike Pence. What were you supposed to do that was the right thing that he gets reelected? Tell us, please. It'll clear up everything. It'll definitely clear it up for me, because that's the question I want the answer to. How? Tell me the procedure. What were you going to do? What were you expected to do that would have changed the result? To start the process of changing it from Biden, were we going to see a dumped evidence on a table of all the phony election fraud? Was somebody going to come out with a wheelbarrow and put on a table all the evidence? Tell us exactly how this was going to happen. That's the question. And that really bothers me so much. It's not about the stuff that people think. It's that one core question. What the behavior of the President of the United States and what he was doing, thinking by controlling stuff in the background so that he could win again. Does that not make anybody nervous? No? You think a person like that is going to make the same mistakes going in for a second time? Come on. You got to be honest with yourself. Be freaking honest with yourself. This is not a time to take partisan party line. This is the core. It's serious. And that's the only thing that bothers me, really. This shit with this trial that's going on right now is garbage. It's bullshit. This trial should never have even happened. Now, the one that's been postponed, the documents, that's another one. To me, that's a bunch of bullshit. But not the January 6th one. That's the one I wanted to see. But we're not going to see it. It's not going to happen before the election. So, that's the one I wanted to see. I wanted to see that one go to trial, but it's not going to happen. And guess what happens? It's federal. If he's elected, he could say, kill the investigation. It'll be buried. And I don't think the public, I don't know how they would get the information. Unless somebody does something criminal and leaks it all out. But that wouldn't even help, because then it'll just be, oh, the deep state just leaked this out on purpose. It'll be just another crazy stuff. But we're never going to find out. Now, if Biden wins, those cases go on. Now, in the state of Georgia, there's no, the federal has no jurisdiction in a state. That case can continue. But would they? So there's a lot of questions. Lots of questions. Anyway, I'm done with that. I don't even know how I got started. Oh, with this, the phone. What's up, Lewis? It is a beautiful day. Yeah, not going to jail Not going to jail would be a small one, but oh boy. But anyway, enough of that. Let's see. What's up to all those in Trovo? What's up, Lewis? Again, we all have the right to our opinions, obviously, as individuals. It's just frustrating for me as an independent, a true independent, because I leaned liberal years ago, and then living up here for the last 18 years, I leaned more centered Republican for what they're doing with us here in our community, because that's what it comes down to. What are you doing for me? And this is Republican country up here, a rural area, and they're doing a lot of great things for this area. And I will vote on Tuesday for local stuff. And it's all going to be, I'll say it, Republican. Because they're doing a tremendous job in this area. I'm going to vote for the person who I think best represents, truly represents my interests. Not because I'm a Republican voting for a Republican for the sake of. No. I'm going to vote for the person who I think best represents my interests. Like, there's one Republican here that is, I get messages from Ryan, who's a Republican, and I could show you the emails, but I'm not. So I could prove it. I could prove that. And I get texts. For example, and I'm voting on Tuesday. Oh shit, I gotta go to the next Tuesday. I think it's next Tuesday. It might be today. I might have to go there now. Oh shit, it could be today. I think it opens at 12. Let me see where it is. Here it is. It's today. And this is for Bob Capano. He's a Republican. Just to be clear, that I'm not a fucking all-out liberal here, because people might assume that by the way I'm talking. The Newburgh Board of Education wants to raise our property tax by 3.8%. Bob Capano will be a new independent voice on the board to fight tax increases and stand up for our children's safety at school. Vote for him Tuesday, May 21st, and they tell me the location. Voting hours are from noon to 9 p.m. tonight. And it says more, but that's personal details. And then Ryan, I believe Ryan sent me a message yesterday. He's a Republican House of Rep. I gotta go vote today. That's another thing I gotta do now. That's another thing. Go vote. Definitely go vote for the things that go. Matter of fact, I gotta call my neighbor and remind her to vote. And she's a Republican. So all that nonsense, like, gotta vote for him. And you'll see her. I'll tell you. He's gonna tell you. Pick up, Margaret.
Hello?
Hey, remember the conversation we had last week about voting?
Yes.
You know that's today, right?
Yes.
Okay. Are you going?
Yes.
Good. Because I am. I got to go to the doctor at 2 o'clock, so I'm going to leave a little earlier to go in there. So,
Okay.
remember, Bob Capano.
Yes. I got it. I do.
All right.
Yeah.
I just wanted
All
to, I just wanted to recall you to remind you, just in case.
Okay. All righty. Thanks.
All right, Margaret.
Okay.
Bye. See? Conversation was already had. So just to be clear, that just goes to show you that I do vote for Republicans as well. It's not just like, oh, he must be a liberal. He's saying he's an independent, but he's probably a liberal. False. I'm truly objective. Truly. To sitting here. No doubt. And today I'm voting Republican. Now, if I had more, I don't know, this is going to be a toughie. Because it's a core thing. I don't even know if I want to vote in November. Because in my heart, I can't vote for either. I really can't. Especially because of that one thing I just mentioned. And Biden? Really? Another 4 years? Oh my God. So I may abstain. I may not vote this year. And that sucks because I always vote. But to my inner core, I can't vote for either. At least with keeping somewhat of a principle to myself. And it's not about picking the lesser of the two. I don't go that way. I just don't feel, I don't think I can do it. I mean, it's like, okay, so I'm just going to fill in one for the sake of, because I have to vote. Even though it's a blue state and the likelihood is Biden's going to win it anyway. And a lot of people say that to themselves and then it changes the outcome. Because a lot of people say the same thing I'm saying right now. And they don't go vote. So it's like, fuck. Exactly, Louis. I said that earlier. Both sides have ruined the country. That's why our enemies are laughing at us. The division in this country is sick. It's a sickness. And I don't see the cure. It is a sickness. It really is. It's a cancer. It's eating us alive in this country. It's dividing us. You see the rhetoric. One billionaire said, there's more than a 1 in 3 chance that we're going to have a civil war. What? Did you just say that? Why? You know, and he's a billionaire, so I guess he has influence. Really? That kind of stuff, it doesn't help. It doesn't. I mean, I'll look at a Trump rally and I see the things he says. A lot of them are lies or exaggerations, like they all do. They all lie. But it's almost like, and I see the crowd, and I see the same token people representing the blacks. Same guy. It's always the same guy. He's always in the back behind in his rallies. And I see how people are laughing, enjoying all this stuff, vitriol and rhetoric that he says. And I'm saying to myself, wait a minute, this is a tax. This has nothing to do with real policy issues. These are personal attacks, and this is how bad it is. And people are laughing and, you know, do it. And I'm like, oh my God. And on the other side, you see Biden speaking, and they do the prompter, the teleprompter, and then it's, to me, is when he says something, it's almost like they are faking it to cheer for him. When he says something, it's like phony. It's like they're forcing themselves to cheer for him, like on a talking point. It's almost like they're waiting for him to finish to do the applause. It's like all planned. It doesn't look authentic to me. That's on the extreme other way, on the other side. And I'm looking at this like I said, objectively. Not as a Biden hater or as a Trump hater, but as a person looking at this and trying to really comprehend, soak it all in by everything that I'm seeing right now. And it's like, oh my God. And Trump has stumbled. He talks about Biden not being all here. Trump has been doing that more and more recently. Slipping a lot. In the last few months, he's slipping a lot. So, what does that say? Should we have an age limit for president? 70? That's it? What do we do? Because if Trump is elected, he's going to be in his 80s when he's done. This one's already in his 80s. Really? That's where we're at? I'm not denouncing a person of that age. I'm just saying, it's human development. And once you get older, you're not as sharp as you once were. That comes with age. This is not to disrespect people that are older, seniors. My mother's a senior. Do I see the signs with her? Yes. I'm sure we have had that experience with a lot of our relatives. But at the same time, there are some out there that are, like, say, 80 years old, and they seem sharp as a tack. And they communicate well. So it's not everyone. But, I mean, it's a natural progression of life, age. And it's just baffling to see that's the best we can do. These two, the best we can do. Now, one is representing a movement, a nationalist movement. The other one is definitely the liberal progressive movement. You could look at it as two ways. Everybody throws out the same words: communism, socialism, authoritarianism, dictatorship, whatever you want to say. Both sides have words for each other. That's not new. It's not. That's always been the ways of politics to, push the buttons of their constituents. That's what it is. It's a tool. It's a resource. But now it's been so weaponized. Even religion is being weaponized. So that's scary too, that you're using religion to weaponize and denounce the other side as evil. These are your fellow citizens, and because they don't agree with you, you're calling them evil. They don't have faith in God. They're trying to take away Christianity. They're trying to do this. They're trying to do that. Oh, I'm selling Bibles now. This is the Bible you need to buy. Using religion. Nobody sees alarm bells with that? I do. And it's in the Constitution, the separation of church and state. So I guess there's no separation of church and federal. When we say state, are we talking about the individual states, or are we talking about the whole thing? Because it doesn't seem like nobody's respecting it on a federal level. So, I mean, really, what the hell is going on? And are people really so, how would I say this? Ignorant and so dug in that they think everything else is noise, and they don't want to admit to themselves what's really going on. They're ignoring all these little things going around them because they're part of their base, Democrat, Republican, and they'll ignore those little things because we still have to support the party. But you're ignoring all these things that are going on, and you're just letting them slide by. Nobody's standing up to it. That's scary. And like I said, for the last few years, when the shit hits the fan, there's going to be blaming. Oh, you should have done this. See, told you so, told you so. No, we all have to blame ourselves for creating this environment, this whirlpool, this cesspool of filth and rhetoric and disgusting vitriol and lowering the bar and just demoralization and dehumanization and everything. We are to blame for that because we allowed it. All the laughing could stop then, but then it'll be, well, it's your fault. It wasn't us, it was you. then it's going to be finger pointing. And that's what's going to happen. I mean, at least when what's the guy's name that got shot in the park playing when they were going to play baseball? Republican. You know what? The Democrats supported him. They came to his side. When Paul Pelosi got almost killed in his house, people were making jokes of this and saying things that I won't even repeat here. They thought it was funny. Trump still jokes about it. Nobody finds that distasteful? Nobody? You think it's funny? You think it's humorous? I don't. But that's where we're at. God forbid something happens to Skiff. You think there's going to be any loss of feelings on the right? Let's say, God forbid, something happened to Marjorie Taylor Greene. You think... Oh, shit. That's my order. What's going on? I'm sure you saw I put an order in.
I did. How you doing today, Bill?
Good. Very good. How's everything?
Everything is great, and but yeah, I saw the order and wanted to send you a thank you. So
Yeah, you
I'm
know-
packed and ready.
You know that I at times I lapse because I have the equipment that I need, but whenever I need something, you know I'm going to deal with you guys.
Yeah, we really appreciate it.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to my little candy thing. You know,
Oh, yeah.
the Tootsie Roll, you know the deal.
Yeah, it's the cherry on top, right?
Yeah, so when do you think it's going to be shipped out? Like, do you have an idea?
I'll have it out today, and you
FedEx?
should be getting on FedEx. You should be getting on Thursday.
Awesome. Awesome.
And you're familiar with these mixers. You've gotten the Pro Effects
Yes.
from us before.
Mm-hmm. I got the Pro 30 from you guys.
Yeah, that was just a couple years back. So
Yeah. Mine fried. I was actually taking it apart, and it just fell apart on me. The board disconnected, and I said, garbage. $900 in the garbage can right now on the street.
Really?
Yeah.
So you just open it up and it like...
Yeah, because there's ribbons that connect from board to board because there's multiple boards inside. The ribbons just ripped out of the board, and there's no way you can reattach them.
No, not without getting it serviced.
Exactly. So I said, you know what? The 30-channel board that I had was overkill. So I ordered the 16 because right now I put my old board in there, the Pro FX12, which I got from you guys years ago. But I'm using 9 channels right now. So a 16 is adequate. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Oh, let me ask you this question, though.
Move around with.
Let me ask you this question before anything. What is the difference between the Pro and the Onyx?
Onyx has some recording capabilities in there, more geared towards actual recording. Like the Pro Effects has an interface built in, but it's not as versatile as the Pro Effects series.
The reason I say that is because I don't know if I spoke to you in the past, but I use the board for production for a station. So it's really used for audio out. So it's not, the recording happens on the computer side, obviously. So that's why I wanted to know what the difference was between the Onyx and the Pro. So
Yeah. So with that Onyx, it has onboard recording, but I believe it's only a stereo. No, it's multi-tracked. You can't overdub like you can with the Tascam units.
Yep.
But, I mean, you can multi-track a live recording if you wanted to.
interesting. Now I need you to do me a favor. If and when the Onyx 16 goes on a sale, please email me.
Okay.
Because I need another board, because the board that I'm replacing is replacing the one that I work with. I'm using my backup board, but it still has some issues with it. And I'm not taking this one apart. I can tell you that. I'm just going to spray it inside with contact cleaner and really try to get it done in there. But
Yeah.
I'm going to need another board as a backup for when I do my events, when I take it on the road.
Yeah.
So I would love to
Okay.
have that Onyx because that Onyx would work perfectly in that situation.
Yeah. Well, they're on sale right now. $75 off, and that's going to be running through the end of June. So another like month and a half for that.
Okay. All right. Well, thank you for calling and keeping me updated on the order.
No problem at all. Is there anything else I can help you with?
No,
today?
that's it. Have a great weekend, you and your family, and God bless you, and we'll talk soon again.
All right. I really appreciate it, Bill.
All right, you have a great one.
All right.
Bye.
Bye.
Yeah, Sweetwater and I have a working relationship. No, Lewis, on a serious note, what? What happened now, Alice? One dead, several injured after severe turbulence on a Singapore Airlines flight. Oh my God. I suffered once on a flight, not as bad as that. I suffered on a very turbulent flight once. I tell you, it's scary. That's all I can say. And you don't want to panic. You know, I got to go soon. I got to go vote and go to the doctor. You don't want to, panic or anything but boy, oh boy, your eyes are glued to everything that's going on. Like your ears are tuned into what the messages is going on. It's like you're waiting for shit to drop from the ceiling. And then they start if they can, the stewardesses come and say, make sure you prepare for this preparation in case of, and you're like, oh fuck, here we go. It's scary. Nobody likes that experience, but that is not a good feeling. I had it coming from Florida, Orlando to here, to LaGuardia, years ago. It was on JetBlue. Oh my God. It's not a good feeling. That's it. But you know what? You said if an athlete ran for president, well, think of whose name came up, but it was, I don't know if they were serious, The Rock. Like The Rock, there was talk, why don't The Rock run? I was like, really? The Rock? Remember that a few months ago? There was that talk, The Rock should run. So don't think that shit can't happen, because it has. Yeah, that's my Sweetwater guy that I deal with. But many years ago, I had bought my equipment, so I wasn't sure it was still him. I don't think it was. Somebody else. But they call. You see how they call me? And let me know? That's pretty cool. Hey, you give them business, and you give them money, of course they're going to take care of you. You're spending money. So I'm getting a 16 channel because the 30 was just... And I could have bought the 30 again and used the old one for parts. I could have done it. But the 30 is just too big. It's overkill. It was getting dusty, which probably contributed to the fucking thing blowing up to begin with. So I'm not going to get something that's just eye candy. It's not practical. It doesn't make sense. This makes more sense, but I need it a little bit bigger. Because right now I only have 2 channels available. It's a 12. I need 16. 16 is good. 16 is good for what I need it for. Now the Onyx could be good for recording, like he said, multi-tracks if I'm at an event. So the new one I'm going to put here, but the next one I buy is going to replace this one for the road, if that makes any sense. So that's the plan. It's going to be close to 90 here today. I'm freaking dying just sitting here. It's so hot, it's so warm. I should put the air on and see how good the solar panels do. Exactly. I don't need channels that I don't use. Exactly, Michael. Like I said, it's overkill. It's stupid. You don't know what I bought yesterday. I bought more electric contact stuff, and then I bought, what was it? Lubricant precision oil, something like that, for the knobs and all that shit, because that helps too. After you clean it with the contact cleaner, you use this. Oh, where is it? this stuff. Penetrating lubricant, this. So after you use the contact cleaner, you put this in there too. So this helps. So I have all that. I just don't have a good mixer. Well, this one's not bad. It actually works a lot better than the one I had because there's nothing wrong with it. A couple of knobs have shorts in them. They need to be cleaned. I am not taking this one apart. I'm just waiting for the new one to come Thursday. You had that stuff for the station. It's a lifesaver. It is. It is. But this one, it's working. Now, there is something I was going to check when I first started the stream. Then I got to get, it's 12 o'clock. I got to get off soon. I have not checked the audio sound coming from the internal audio card. This is very important. Actually, I have to test that. Because I got to do a pre-record at 6 tonight. This has to work. And all right, let's see. It even sounds better to me in my headphones, more balanced, like it's not raw, it's not off. Let's see how this sounds, if it even works. All right, and now I gotta figure out which is my microphone. crazy. It's crazy because even the drums sound better. Even the drums sound better on this one than the other one. They sound sharper. It does. It sounds better. Testing. I just don't like. How does the microphone sound though? Everything's working, even the drums. That's good. That was the main test. I haven't done that yet with this board. This board's only going to be here for 2 days. But it's so easy to connect everything to a new mixer. It's like retardedly easy. But this one is working pretty freaking good. This is my backup. And it's clean too, because I keep it wrapped in a towel. So no dust gets in it. So it's going back in the box. It's going back in a crate as soon as the new one comes. But it sounded pretty good. It does sound good, right? More balanced. It does. For now. Then you heard the call. The new one will be here Thursday. So that's good. And the Mackeys. I remember getting... What was that other brand? Oh, I would never buy them again. Behringer. Never. Hell no. I always had... They always would break. The Behringers, I didn't like. I love the Mackeys. They really are durable. So, my mic is not that important. Not when I'm doing shows, because I never am on. It's the audio, the sound that goes out. That's important. Another thing too about this, it's so compact. It's easier for me to use because everything is like right here, and I already have the knobs crazily labeled from using it before. And I could switch them up, but I know the first one is the audio card. The second one is the drums. The third one is Skype. The fourth one is my microphone. The fifth one, I don't know where the hell that one's going. To the other audio card maybe. And this one is the guitar. Or keyboard. So it's so easy. Everything's right here. The other board was like taking up all that space. It's crazy. It's like I have so much space now to put stuff. I don't have this cluttered, which is awesome. So it's actually going to actually benefit. And like I told him, I could have bought another 30, but for what? Now, I do want that Onyx. He said it's on sale. I should have said, could you give me a discount? I just bought one. Give me a discount. I should have said that. Stupid. All right, he said it's 70. Give me 100 off, and I'll buy it right now. Or give me something. Onyx 16. Yeah, there it is. 674. It's a nice board. 75 off. He was right. So I like it has. See that? It sucks. I wouldn't be able to use those channels. Oh, hell no. I can't use that. There's no XLRs. Wait a minute. This doesn't look right. See, that's the thing. When you look at stuff like this, I need to see the back. Oh, it does. The XLRs are in the back. And the line ins are in the back. That would be better for all these fucking cables sticking out. To be honest. Yeah, they put them in the back. See, but I don't like this. This should have been on the right side. You see that frequency knob, the white? That's important too. And that should have been on the right side. Because those are splits, 10, 12, 10, 9, 10, 11, 12. They should have put some of those on the others, on the right side, because now I would have to reach further to go into that one. I only need it for one. It would be number 9 or 8? 8. Stereo recording and playback. I like that. Holy shit, it would save it. And you gotta have the phantom power because this microphone needs phantom power. It will not work, the mic. The Yeti will not work without phantom power. Bluetooth. There's the main. See, this is more for recording at a studio, like with musicians and stuff. You know what I mean? It's nice, but I don't even think that the Onyx is what I'm looking for. Not for what I need. See, now this one is 160 off. See, this is more like it. Let me see. Does it have it? The frequencies, do they go all the way across? No. They stop there. It's got the high, mid, and low. See, I like to have the frequency. This is not bad. I think I'm just going to get another one of the ones I just bought. To be honest, the Pro. I think I'm just going to go with the Pro. Oh shit, what the fuck is it? I got to do Pro. I got to take Onyx out. This is the one I'm getting Thursday. Now here's the key. See the frequencies, the knobs? They go across the board all the way. See? Oh, you can't, it's not sharing it. Oh, yes it is. See the frequency? The white knobs? See how it goes across the entire length of the board? That's what I want. So that's the one I'm getting Thursday. This is more like the board I need. Phantom power. Where's phantom power? It's got to be up here. Where the oh, right there. 48 volt. Let me look at the back. Yep, standard. That's the way they are. That's standard. This is not connected to USB. This connects directly to that piece of machinery up there. Audio interface. So that's pretty fucking good. This is. I'm probably just gonna get another one. I'm probably gonna get this one, the 16. It's a nice board. It's like my old board, but just 16. Hell yeah, it's exactly like my old board, but just a 16. Oh yeah, that's the one. I'm gonna get another one of those. What are the color knobs for? Oh, you like the Onyx, but that's more for something like that. But I like this one because of that frequency. Which ones? The green ones? Those are monitors. If I was using a phone system, it would be then those green knobs would be used to blend. It's a monitor. That would be like for the phone system. But yeah, I like this board. I'm glad I bought it. And it's 16. It's good enough. And it won't take up too much space. Yeah, that's the one. So that's the one that's coming Thursday. And then I'm going to get another one. But this one's not bad. It's working. But it has, how many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It has 6 XLRs. This one has probably 8. Does it? Has 9? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, it has 9. That's good. But this one has plenty too. So I don't even know. I don't even know if I need to buy another board. Because this one's working fine. It would be overkill. It's working fine. There's nothing wrong with it. It's just wasting money. Yeah, that's of course because it's a recording studio. But yeah, that's a nice mixer. But you gotta see the real mixer. But this is a step level above and beyond. But you're gonna pay. Oh shit! I think I spelled it wrong. Arrakis. I can't remember. Maybe there. This is taking it to another level. Thousands. This is taking it to a next level right there. So the I think it's, what is it, the 10? No. The 10's not bad. The 16 products. And it comes with all kinds of stuff. Consoles. I can't remember if it's the 10 or the 10. It's 2,000. See? That's nice. That's another level. $2,000. That's a whole different level right there. And that is badass. That's definitely coming in my future. That one right there. Oh. $2,000. Look at that. That's sweet. And there's no need for any more of these wires or anything else. Everything is networked within, inside, on the simple connection of a USB. Yeah, but that's excellent for having all these different inputs, and because then you could create the paths built inside of it. It maps a map. It's mapping it. You don't have to connect all this shit. It'll just simply map it with the internal software. That's taking a mixer to a different level than having all these wires coming in from the audio card, from all these different sources. And no, you can map it with that. There's no need for all this. That's a piece of machinery right there. That's sweet. That is sweet. Anyway, I got to get off. I got to get ready to go vote. Go to the doctor. Pre-record later. Memorial Day weekend is coming up. gonna be nuts. This is what my life is gonna be like coming up now, the next few weeks. I gotta go. Oh shit! I gotta check Amazon. So, on Saturday morning, Mom is not happy about it, but it's too bad. I have to go to my half brother, my brother's house. He has a 6-year-old niece that I have not met yet. I mean, my 6-year-old niece, 5-year-old niece, I have not met yet. Her name is Mila. She loves costumes. I have her an alien costume. He's expecting another baby on the way. The baby shower is June 8th, but I can't go. I got to work. Then my sister's going to be there with her 8-month-old daughter, my other niece I have not met. So I have to go there, and then I'm staying over Saturday night. And I bought 2 gift cards because it's the easiest thing. Amazon gift cards to give to each of them, and then the costume for Mila. Then I got to get here Sunday by noon. Because Ronald, Ert Radio Ronald, will be here Sunday night from Minnesota, driving. He's leaving Saturday early in the morning. He'll be here Sunday night. Then my friend Jade will be here on Monday, which is great because he helps me tremendously. He's like him and Keith. Now Ronald can't because Ronald has, he has issues with his legs and stuff. Keith and Jade are such a tremendous help to me when they stay here. They help me. Anything I need. Bill, you need help? They're there. Solid. Rock. Solid. Then I do not know when I should call his ass right now. Tom Reed is floating in. I don't know when he's coming. I do know. See, they're sending me the message again to vote today. Vote today between noon and 9 for Bob Capano, Newburgh Board of Education. He's a father, businessman, and educator. Send a message for safe school. A big, long text. So I got to go vote. They're still messaging me to go vote. And I'm going to go vote. He's a Republican, and I think he's going to do great on the board. And that's him with his son, Bob Capano. So I got to go vote. That's the first thing I need to do. But what is the? Oh shit. I think we should take the week off unless someone comes up with something. Anyway, Lorraine sent me something. I'll check that later. Later. Oh, fuck. I'll do that tonight. Anyway. So, I was going to call Tom. Then I got Woody and Petita coming Thursday. I have a big cookout Friday next week. Then Pine Bush on Saturday. Then everybody's coming here to stay party that night. And then Sunday, everybody starts to go home. So the next week is going to be psycho for me. Now, he might make me mute. Because depending on what he's going to talk about.
Hey, man.
What's going on?
Getting ready to go on a radio show.
All right, quick.
With listen to Jason Shapiro
Who the hell is that?
and Hannity.
Oh, really?
Yeah, man. I'm going on their radio show in Springfield, Missouri.
Wow. Listen,
What?
when are you coming here?
I thought maybe I'd cancel last minute. You know, fuck everyone up. No, I don't know, man. I'm thinking like maybe I don't know, the 29th.
What day is that? Like a Thursday?
Yeah.
That
because,
works.
Yeah, because we're going to be filming afterwards, not before.
Okay. All right. So just call me and keep me updated so I know when the hell you're rolling in.
Oh, I would, man. It's just you're busy and everything, and usually when I call, I can't reach you, so I didn't want to like be a pain in the ass.
No, but I have to know when you're coming. This way I know when you're coming.
I understand.
Also, I talked to Darcy. He's coming like at about 3 in the afternoon on Friday. We're gonna have that little cookout in the backyard. Then at night, they're gonna have that prom thing, the DJ near the museum.
Yeah.
So we could all go there for the night, and then we'll go to Pine Bush whenever we have to on Saturday morning.
Yeah, that sounds terrific.
Because I want to hang out and party a little too.
Me too. So let me ask you this. I don't mean to be short by any means, man. But I gotta get ready.
Go, get out. Yeah, go.
No, wait, but no. What my point is, I want to talk to you tonight further. Can we speak this evening, like when things mellow out for me tonight, like
Yeah.
around 10 p.m. or something?
Yeah, call me later.
I will, man. Thanks so much.
Later, bro. Bye.
Thanks.
That's Tom. You know how that goes, right, Mike, with Tom? That's just the way it is. He's always doing something. He's going on with the Hannity show. Oh my gosh. On the radio show. Unbelievable. Okay, that's arriving today. I was going to look something up on Amazon. Oh, yeah. All right, it's coming Thursday. Since it was Memorial Day, they got these cards, and I got the patriotic one for when I go see my brother. It wasn't that one. Oh shit, maybe they don't have it anymore. It's a patriotic one. But they're not showing it. I might have bought the last one for $100. That's impossible. I'm glad I bought the one I did. It's a patriotic gift card thing for Amazon. But it's not showing it. It's crazy. Currently unavailable. I did get the last one. Patriotic water something. They don't have it anymore. I bought the last one. Oh my God. But it's cool for him and his upcoming baby. Anyway, don't forget about the 30th. I don't know if he's having it anymore. We can't go on the 30th to the park unless he's gonna. I can't. I have people here. Darcy's coming. Another guy's coming. The movie guys. We're not going to the park. That's too far. That's 2 hours away and 2 hours back. That's too much. We can't go. We cannot go to the park on that Friday. If Tom does, that's on him. All I know is I can't. Now, if he's going to film, I can go to that one, depending when they're planning to do the filming at the park. So he said it's going to be after Pine Bush. I'm off Mondays, Tuesdays, Wednesdays. So if he does it, I'll go. I'll let you know, Mike. Then I'll meet you at the park. We'll see what happens. You're going to Joshua Tree National Park this Memorial Weekend to see the meteor shower. What meteor shower? Alexa, is there a meteor shower this upcoming weekend?
The next major meteor shower will be the Southern Delta Aquariids. It will peak on Monday, July 29th, 2024 at 8 p.m. and will be
All right,
best
that's a
viewable
small
at
one
night
then
at
that you're
midnight.
talking about.
There will be approximately 16 meteors per hour
Alexa,
at its
stop.
peak.
Yeah, I didn't recall one happening this weekend. I wonder what the sun is doing. I gotta go. I gotta go vote. Oh my god! And I gotta get dressed because I'm not going to the doctor and vote like this. Shit. Space weather. Yes, and too bad Mark's not here. Yes, I'm voting for a Republican today. He might think I'm a fucking full-blown liberal after the way I was talking earlier. Oh my god. Let's see. Nothing. It's on the other side now, so nothing imminent. It's on the far side of the sun. We know this because the storm cloud will make a direct hit on Venus today. Wow, possibly stripping away a small amount of that planet's atmosphere. Excuse me. So nothing going on, really. Nothing really predicted, otherwise they would have said it. So, no real outbreak for Aurora activity. That was still amazing a few weeks ago. I couldn't believe I'm going to show that. I don't know if you've seen it before I get off, because I got to go. Who knows how many people are there to vote? Oh my God. It's a local thing. Live. And I'm probably never going to see this again. And Mark and I were on the phone like little kids talking about it. It was so cool. Oh, that's not it. That's when I was talking about it. Could this be it? I don't know. No. I had just started the stream when it started. How long ago is that now? 2 weeks? I don't remember what day that was. When the hell did that happen? Like 2 weeks ago? Oh, it's this one. Oh, no, it's not. It was... There it is. But I didn't show much of it. So this is what it looked like for me. When this happened. Look at that sky. Look at the way that looks. That's how it was here. When a lot of people had it, it was seen all across the United States, Mexico, Puerto Rico. That's what it looked like here. And probably I'll never see this again. Not in person. And there was greens in there. You could see the greens. It was incredible to see that. It was incredible. Probably never again. You can see the greens now becoming more prominent in it in the bottom. But it was remarkable to see this 2 weeks ago. But look at that. You don't see that here, this far down south. You just don't. And this is, 80 miles north of New York City. But you could see, look at the greens in there now. I don't know if you could see it on the screen, but I can. So yeah, that's what happened a couple of weeks ago. It was awesome. And you could go outside and see it. It was like, it's facing north. But to see that, never. May never happen again in my lifetime. But it was pretty freaking cool to see it. Anyway, I gotta go. I gotta go take care of a few things. Anyway, Lewis, Michael, anybody else, have a great rest of your afternoon. No, I didn't check your link, 91. Let me see what it was. What the hell is this? Oh boy. He's got himself in a lot of stuff too. He's been disbarred. Yeah, that Aurora was crazy. Anyway, I gotta go. I gotta go to the doctor. Anyway, everybody have a great afternoon. It's gonna be 90 here. I'm sweating just sitting here.